I was just talking to my friend Brian from the Appleton area, the one guy that I was kind of talking to while I was living in my car. I don't think he's doing too well. He's been having problems with his missus, his family. Things have gotten rocky. They were rocky when I was living there, between him and his missus. And I don't know, he's been hating on himself. He's told me this morning, he's been really hard on himself, and just the last few days hasn't been able to get out of the cycle of just bringing himself down. So I kind of wanted to talk about it a little bit. It's just so easy to do that. It's hard not to hate on yourself, or hate on others for that matter. But some of us have a huge issue with hating on the self. We condemn ourselves to the flames over the most little things. We give people a pass over things that if we did them, we would condemn ourselves for. But if other people do them, we give them a pass and say, no, it's okay because it's them. It's like we hold ourselves in lower regard than that person. So we give that person the pass, but condemn ourselves because we hold ourselves in a lower regard and hold them in a higher regard. And that's not right. You can't do that. There's a thing where you're supposed to look at everybody equally. We're all supposed to just be human beings, human race. There shouldn't be colors or any of that other crap. It's just male, female. We're all human beings. We all have traits, characteristics, right? But we all have common denominators. We all have emotions. We all have thoughts. We all have feelings. We all have senses. We all do some of this. We all do the same things. And we're creatures of habit and companionship, and deep down, more than half of us all want the same thing. The other half just wants to be greedy and whatever, do what they want and run rampant. And I think that's becoming more commonplace. We're starting to forsake things like family values and tradition and love for things like chaos and disorder and drug use and what we equate to freedom, but is actually a chain. They're not. I don't want to sound political or anything, but it's just, I see this. It's the destruction of the self is coming with all of that, and then they call it freedom on top of it. You're destroying yourself, but saying you're freeing yourself. How is that freedom? How is the destruction of the self a freeing thing? Destruction doesn't free you. It just hurts you, and then it kills you. And you're not free in your death. There is such a thing as two deaths. There's a physical death, and then there's a spiritual death. I feel really bad for him. I can feel it. This is one of the things why it used to drive me nuts. I used to ask God, why? Why did you make me this way? Why do you make it so I feel everybody's emotions like this, especially people that I just care about? Why do you, I feel his hatred towards himself. I can feel that through just reading the text message or hearing the voice message. I can hear it in his voice and see it in the text. It shit makes me sad. And then I think about how I used to do it so frequently. Be so hard on myself. And I wonder how my grandma felt about that. Or my friends or my loved ones, significant others, whatever. I wonder how they felt about it. And I would just hate on myself. It doesn't just destroy you, but it hurts those around you, and it's very self-defeating. It's just weird how everything has become so topsy-turvy, It's weird how the more free we think we are, the more chained we actually are. And the more free we think we are, the more hurt we actually are. It's just really strange how this... It's really comical in a very tragic sort of way how things have been playing out lately in life. Just all over the place. Like, it's strange, but it's comical in a cosmic, horrific sort of sense. It's like people don't know what to do. So when they don't know what to do, they lash out unnecessarily against themselves and others, and then they just destroy everything and bring chaos. It's like people want the chaos. They want the bloodshed. They want the screaming, the yelling. They want to claw and fight. And like, I don't get it. I just don't get it anymore. I feel so far away from the world when I look at it. When I look at this world, I just feel so far away from it. Like I don't belong here anymore. And it's so hard to reach people. Even your loved ones can be hard to reach, but just reaching people in general, it's a hard thing to do. You can get them to listen a little bit, but to actually get them to pay attention and listen to you wholeheartedly, it takes a lot of time, effort, and patience. Sometimes it takes abuse even. And like, it's just... A lot of us aren't built for that anymore. We're not built for it. We're not built to withstand consistent backlash. Because we start feeling like it's not worth it then. And like, you try to love, you try to be good, you try to help. But people just push, fight, kill, scream. Like just bloody murder all the time. And it's like, why even bother? And you can't get in that mindset, because when you get into the why bother mindset, then you start with the self-defeating mindset too. Like it always comes back full circle. You're a part of this world. So if the world destroys itself, you're going to destroy yourself too, most likely, if you're a part of the world. And I don't like being a part of the world, but we're all part of the world to some extent. And we can only ignore the things around us so much before they start to have a drastic effect on our health, our well-being, and our nourishment. And that's why you can't ignore it, because if you ignore it, it will come to your doorstep. It's just a matter of time. I feel so bad for my buddy. Like, he was there for me during those hard times. He brought me food a couple times, he was cool with me. He gave me money a few times. He gave me the money so I could buy my headlight for my car, so I could Instacart a little bit more. I started doing it at night and getting more tickets, so I stopped. But like, he looked out for me, you know. There was a handful of times where he handed me 20, 40, 60 bucks at a time. One time he handed me 50 or 60 bucks. I think it was the last time. And I was like, dude, I can't take this. And he was like, no, man, you need it more than I do. And like, it felt good. But I felt, now that he's just like defeating himself, I feel so bad. And like, then I just look around and I see it everywhere. How people act like they're so high and mighty, but deep down they're just like defeated. They're not really the way they portray themselves. The projection is like really false. It's very telling. It's very telling when you just watch people. I'm a people watcher. Like, I will sit in a room and I'll just watch people and think to myself. And like, this morning when I went into the clinic and I sat down, it was like I saw people that I've never seen before, because it's Sunday morning. So I think a lot of the people who work, and the clinic opens an hour later, but I think a lot of people who work don't go right when it opens. On Sundays, I do still, because I want to come back home, come back to where I'm staying. I refuse to call it home. It's not a home yet. I'm making my home, but I go back to where I'm staying. I make breakfast and then I chill. I enjoy my day off. I'm going to work out today and just chill. Just Bible study and relax. But like, I walked in there, I sat down, man, everybody looked so sullen and defeated and broken, and it was just like, you guys are giving off the worst kind of energy. And then talking to my buddy, like, man, I can't get out of my own head, I can't stop hating on myself, I've been doing it for the last 2-3 days, I feel bad for him, man. I'm trying to talk him out of it, but it's just, I feel like my words aren't doing anything, I'm not reaching him. And he's been like this for a while. Like, it's been 7 months now since I've been in in Appleton. Like, it's been 3 months since I got out of there. And that was a whole 7-month period pretty much, And like, he's been going through that since I met him. Like, the way I met Brian is I was sitting in a Quick Trip with nothing and nowhere to go. It was like my first week being homeless. And I was lost and broken. I think I was kind of whispering to myself about some things, about how I couldn't do it anymore and everything. And he walked up to me and he's like, hey man, do you need some help? Do you need some food? Yada, yada, yada. And he looked out for me. We exchanged numbers, and I started going to the church that he was going to every now and then, and like, we stayed in contact, and he helped me out, and like, we had each other's back with talks. We talked to each other through some tough times. I talked him through some, he talked me through some. And like, it just was, it was cool. But he's still like he's still in, I have gotten forward, I've made progress, and he's still at the same spot. Like, he has a family, he has children, he has a good woman, he has a house, he has multiple cars, but he's going through it with his missus and some things at home and stuff. And he's been going through it since I've known him, and that hasn't changed at all, and that makes me sad, dude. And I just wish, I could help him more. But then I realized, you can only do so much, Andrew. You can only do so much, and you can give some of your time, effort, and energy and prayer to a person and other people, but you have to leave enough for yourself. There has to be enough for yourself to go on. You cannot drain yourself and run yourself ragged constantly. And I learned that. I understand the concept of loving everybody, and I do, and wanting to help everybody. But there's lines, and there's specific people for specific tasks, I'm not the Milwaukee man. I'm not meant to stay in this sober living place and do this forever. This is just a stopping point. I'm not the Milwaukee man, I'm not the hood guy. I'm not the ghetto guy to try to turn the streets around. That's not me. And I'm not I'm always going to be the companion and friend that people can turn to if they need to talk. Anybody who knows me knows that about me. Even though rarely people do come to me anymore. But they know that about me, and I'm always there. But simultaneously, you can only do so much, and there's a path for all of us, and when we walk that path, we come across people, places, and things along the path that we have to deal with properly and righteously. Whether we do or don't depends on us, and whether we stay on the path afterwards also depends on us. But the point is to do those things properly while you stay on your path. You can't get off your path. And I have a course laid out for me. I know what it is. I'm building a little foundation, but I feel bad when I can't properly help equip others to heal, I'm a healer, and I can't heal this guy. And that drives me nuts. I feel bad for him. I know what the problems are, and I'm not going to voice them, but I know what they are. And it sucks. Nothing I say can, that's between him, his missus, and God, and nothing I say can mend that. I can offer advice, I can counsel like I have been, and be a good friend like I have been. I can pray for him, keep him in my good thoughts. That's all I can do, and after that, it's up to them, you know? But that's the point here. That's what we're called to do. That's what we're meant to do for others. I just kind of wanted to talk about all that a little bit, but especially the self-defeating talk. Like when you guys get into those frame of minds, and I know all of you do at some point because it's human nature, when you get into those self-defeating thoughts, do not give them any weight. It's okay to constructively criticize yourself and be like, yeah, I screwed that up. I should have did this way and did that better. But to outright condemn yourself to the flames of hell and call yourself a piece of crap and all that stuff, like, it's not good. Like, you can't do that. You have to, it's okay to constructively criticize, but to completely demolish yourself is counterproductive to your well-being. It's circular. You will go in circles condemning yourself until you either self-harm, drug use, gamble, do something negative. Self-defeating thoughts will continue and actions will continue. You'll be more risky in your daily life. Like, if you continue that thought pattern, your emotions will follow, your words will follow, and so will your actions at some point. And you'll destroy all your progress. I don't want that to happen to him. He's got good things that I want. He has what I want. Like, so many of the people I love and know have what I want or have a piece of what I want. And like, they just don't, but they're still struggling too, and I don't want them to lose that, you know? So just don't condemn yourself to the flames. It's okay to constructive criticize, but be reasonable with yourself, you know what I mean?